Cameos. Form of entertainment unlike any other. Seeing guest stars, random appearances, people that you wouldn't even expect in a show. Now, there are some cameos that are rather... But we're gonna go ahead and list our top 4. 2 from me, 2 from the guy next to me.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead and start off with my first. J.K. Simmons in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So apparently he plays a detective who happens to be one of the top detectives to be described in that show.
One with a unique set of skills. Someone named
Dillman. I'll call Dillman.
For me, all that was ringing in my head was J. Jonah Jameson. Seeing him in a detective show, it just seemed fitting because it was giving that city-like character that he usually plays.
Hey, how do I look today?
normal.
No, Dillman. Bloated. Thank you. Dillman is the single best detective I have ever worked with.
Those random cameos that I picked out is none other than Carmelo Anthony in Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide.
Are these super cool, awesome signed Carmelo Anthony sneakers?
No, Ned, you are not Jordan.
I find it so funny because he's not actually physically there, but like the whole story just revolves around Ned taking these signed sneakers from the lost and found, and like, because Carmelo Anthony isn't actually there, but he's like in his imagination, like kind of like the devil and angel on your shoulder. He just shows up to like talk to Ned, and he's just like, it's just his head and like a bunch of clouds. Because I mean, you know, the sneakers that Ned found were signed by Carmelo Anthony, but then it was him talking to him in his imagination. That's what made it super funny.
What was your favorite part about it?
I mean, I was super young when I watched that, so that was one of like the first NBA players that I had ever heard of. Literally just because it was Carmelo Anthony's head in clouds talking to Ned. For our generation, I mean, he's one of like those iconic basketball players, even if he wasn't ever like the best ever.
Ed Sheeran in Game of Thrones. This one, and look. That's not something that you'd even expect per se. And the thing about this one, not more so him being a Game of Thrones that made it crazy, but the controversy that it got. People were saying that because he got introduced, they said it took away from the world and made it seem less fantasy-like, because you see a real-life musician who's well-known in the show. Game of Thrones, again, is well-known for taking on actors who weren't as known before it got started. Along with that, a lot of these actors that you see in Game of Thrones, you associate with Game of Thrones. You don't associate them with any other thing, right? But you have this musician who's associated with being one of the best artists to come out in modern times in the show. As a fan, you're looking at that and you're like, why the hell am I seeing somebody from my playlist in my show? I get what seriously, right? But he didn't make it seem like he was playing a modern guitar. And again, a cameo, it's just supposed to be like a random appearance. You're supposed to be like, aha, I got you. But you know, a lot of people didn't see it like that.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, he is Ed Sheeran. He is extremely popular. He's gonna stick out like a sore thumb no matter what.
And I agree.
All right, and then for my next cameo, this one is funny to me. It is Mark Cuban in Girl Meets World. The same one who, well, not anymore, but he used to be majority owner of the Dallas Mavericks. One of the faces of Shark Tank. Was on probably one of the most infamously not good Disney Channel shows of the last decade or so. It's just funny just because the show was not that good, and obviously we all know Mark Cuban is a huge business entrepreneur guy. His role is like played super seriously. All of the characters have to come up with these different ideas to pitch to him for like a school project or something like that.
Gandhi couldn't do it. Are you Gandhi?
No, I'm Miss America.
Taking them all so seriously, which makes it so much more ridiculous.
There really are examples that show why it's just so corny.
Especially with this show too. If you've ever seen any episode or any clip from this show, you know that they try like way too hard to make something so convoluted into like this like big meaningful message or whatever.
Right.
Like, one of the ideas, Riley was like, Mark Cuban, I think we need to replace Halloween because too many people are spending money on Halloween candy and not on ending malaria.
I have done some research, and I found out that each year America spends more money on Halloween than the entire world spends to end malaria.
What do you want to do?
I want to change Halloween to Malaria Day. Malaria Day. Malaria Day. Malaria Day.
Like,
Cuban and Mark Cuban's like, I have 2 kids. I'm not giving up Halloween.
if that was improvised off script, that'd be the best thing ever.
His whole cameo in that episode is just so funny, just because it's basically just a kid's version of a Shark Tank, but like the ideas are just so radical because that's what the show tried to be, and yet Mark Cuban is just there as like the straight man, just to be like, yeah, no, this is all bad.
Overall, cameos really are meant to give off that what the hell factor, right?
Right, Scott!
With these 4 cameos, they did their job, and some worse than others, but hey, at the end of the day, it shows that directors and the people putting money in the show want to have some fun with it.
Yeah, some of them can fit pretty well, and then some of them are really weird.
Facts. Other than that, anything else to say, my guy?
Keep Halloween, because we need the candy.
You heard it from him. No candy, no fun. No fun, no money,
No cameos.
fire. Right there, right there. If you guys have any random cameos that you've seen that we did not mention because we only mentioned 4 and there's a million of them, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Go ahead and follow the Blue Sky for the updates. More on the jump.
Stay tuned.
Peace.